Wow, a time of review and change. Yes, the divine masculine this week is looking like they are moving through a transition and they really are thinking about you in the crowning energy. And I think it's some circumstance really directly relating to some of the transits we're directly going through. In digging deeper, it was appearing to be that these individuals either A, have some sense of confusion, or B, are in that decision making and moving into self acceptance. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium, a twin flame coach, and yes, we do provide bookings online. We're going to get straight into the read because I feel it's pretty important, and we're going to get into the context of what I was seeing with this. Now, I really sat here for a bit and I was looking at the context of the energy, and it's really weird because over the last few months, I really have got this signature coming through like a Venus retrograde. It could be something to do with the transits. I'll have to check separately, especially when I do the energy updates and the super chats. And if those of you want to follow and get those, you can come through and join. In the significance, I do feel divine masculine is going through a reevaluation of the context of love. And I do feel in this alignment kind of stage that they're moving through, it can be a few things. Now, number one is you're very much on their mind. This self-acceptance within themselves, self-acceptance to do with the past, to do with the path ahead, and to do with, hey, actually, am I with the person that I truly love? It can be looked upon as a bad omen with it being in the reversal. And, it is an opportunity for the person to go through a reconsideration, a re-understanding, and an integration. But there is something in the context of them needing to accept themselves and to not go into self-sabotage. And mind mastery is absolutely going to be required. And yes, we have through the energy transition of our ascension process, all of us collectively have found it increasingly difficult, especially because of retrogrades that we have been experiencing in transitions. And this month is like no other, quite large and bold, and it can be very psychological in nature. Now we look at the overall energy, and the lunations directly are transitioning. It is moving these individuals forward, especially where they look to the past position. There could be a lot of things coming up at the moment for them around family, especially because of the crowning energy and the past position. They are moving through that. And, any old conditioning is going to be pulling away, especially with things being really amplified in the house of Jupiter. And we feel for the divine masculine here, any attachment, any old energies, really in the heart space is something that they directly are clearing at the moment. I do feel this is like a revisiting of karmic cycles, and I do feel it's collective. And, especially looking at your journey, Cross Watcher, you may see certain themes really cropping up where you're directly addressing them and you're going, okay, but you're going to be directly dealing with them differently. It's not going to be, hey, this is exactly the same. It's that when we are faced with similar circumstances, 9 times out of 10, and especially in the context of the collective energy, we are going to be required to deal with it very, very differently. So we are showing up in a new fashion, but any old fixed beliefs, I do feel divine masculine is actually directly shifting through. And, for some, it can be in the context that they're looking at life and they're feeling as though that they need to drop some things that really can't go with them. It's like dead weight, dead baggage, tying up loose ends. I don't know why the first thing I got was really, debts, legacies, inheritances. It's all the old stuff that was hidden. It's almost festering up to the surface and it's needing evaluating. And they do directly feel in the context of it, by actually addressing these things, they're going to be able to be in that sun energy of actually shifting forward. And I do think really, and I'm going to be perfectly real with you guys, I think the next 4 months are going to be quite pivotal for the collective. And I do directly feel these individuals here are getting the psychic downloads, really feeling this transition. Even if they don't feel grounded through this process, it directly is serving a purpose. And it is going to help them get into this momentum of movement. And I don't know why I heard that. Okay, diabolical change. It does feel like tearing a building down. It does feel like it's a time for review, even though they're confused. They're taking it step by step and moving through it, and they are feeling as though these circumstances can link to the past. What things were hidden and mystical to them, and this is a secondary message I'm getting. It's almost like something that was hidden and something that was believed. It's going to come to the surface, and it's going to be looked at from a different perspective. And this same forest, this garden phase that they're going through, there is something they're moving through to transition. It is going to be more peaceful, but it's the hard yards that they're putting in at the moment to get there. Now, in the context of a karmic connection, it does feel any entanglement here. This pressure point is really pushing it up. It can feel as though each step they're taking, it's causing nothing but drama. And many of them, for some, it can be they've already broken ties with these individuals or cycles, but it's the residue energy that they're attempting to clean up. And it's that one last oomph to really, shove it and get it in the right compartment. And I think it's something that does feel like it's overdue, but they're directly feeling that frustration too. It's like, why does this keep coming up? I thought we dealt with this. Why are we going back to the circumstance again? So how can that show up? It can be paperwork. It could be unfinished business that comes through, a letter, an email. And these individuals are like, heck, I've really dealt with this. Why does this keep coming up? Now, as they're navigating forward, there are some situations that are frustrating them directly in their surroundings. And again, I'm feeling very directional. I'm feeling as though there is maybe transitions of jobs, transitions of home, and it's moving them in a particular direction. And I think it's almost like they're trying to kick something off their ankle to really get it off their back, get it off and out of their way. Now, as they are looking at the circumstance with divine feminine, they are concerned about how you're looking at them. They could be taking offense to things, and they could be a little bit sensitive, especially this week in the context of things. They may not be feeling as grounded as usual, especially their response, the way they're coming through, either through the ethers and the 5D, or directly connected to the communication style they're having with those of you that are in communication. They could be a little bit edgy. I do think this is something that's going to pass. And if you actually can step back and actually observe it, I think those of you that are in that communication are going to understand and be able to navigate it more effectively. The other message I'm getting is for those of you that aren't in direct communication, I do feel this crystal light coming through, and I definitely feel there is a transition in where you stand on your path at this point in time. And I'm getting this white light coming through. And the purple amethyst is very spiritual. The context of where they're wanting to move towards is somewhere very grounded. I do get, for many of you, you can have some type of psychic attacks coming through. And they're also showing to me that there is a potential that, if you can spiritually connect with one another, you can actually calm the energy jointly. If one or the other is out of alignment and really going through some dramas, both parties here in the mix are going to feel it. Now, if it goes quiet and they're saying to me it's not, what you're going to sense is they could be doing a lot of 3D work. But I am directly seeing there is some healing and clearing that is happening between both parties here. And, there's going to be this brand new chapter that both of you are moving directly towards, but I do definitely see them having to address some family ties and dynamics. Don't be surprised if some upheavals come. I definitely see some shocks and revelations. If you have been on the rocks with this individual, try and trust the process, or you directly can book a coaching session. We do have news to give you. We do have some transitions and changes. If you want to keep in the loop, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also our website. Now, all the links for the website are directly below, and we do have many perks that are coming. We're building them out in the back. Separately, if you need a booking and you are a twin and you're wanting that help, come through and grab one. limited spaces. I cut myself off. For added support, come through and join the email list for our Sage Network. Now, it is something that is under development at the moment, but to get on the wait list, you can subscribe to our website and we then can give you all the information. We are going to chuck some information videos up on Yildiz Readings 5D, and that's going to give you all the context of what is happening behind the scenes with our new transition. Take care. Don't forget to look at all the sets for the twin flame, and I'll see you soon.